So, you drilled your handles out in your drawer fronts in the wrong spot. Now what?
Damn it.
Are they garbage? Or can you fix them? More than likely, you swore a bit, threw a hammer or two, cut your losses, and tossed those drawer fronts in the garbage bin. Hold up, those might not be garbage. Actually, I have a way to flawlessly fix those drawer fronts, so no one will ever be able to tell you made a hideous hiccup. And no, it doesn't involve filling holes. I've got 20 years in the cabinet making business, and I've come up with a few tricks to get you and me out of a bind like this one. So what happened here is my handle was supposed to be drilled center, but my handle jig had slipped, and the first one was close to center, not quite, 83. Next one was 72, 68 millimeters, and then we got down to 67 centimeters. Holy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drawer fronts. Holy Christ almighty. After throwing a hissy fit and taking the drawers back to the shop, my first step was to remove the middle panel. I'm sure there's a number of ways to do this, but what I did was use a sharp flush trimmer and cut the middle panel out without getting too close to the frame. Once this is done, I got a rabbiting router bit and set the depth so that the bearing would ride on the frame. The bit doesn't have to be exactly the same depth as the panel groove, but the closer the better. With this set, I just ran the router around inside the frame on the back side. That's important. Don't make your day worse by running the router on the wrong side. That would suck, and there's no fixing things at this point. With my panels cut out now, it's time to make some new panels. If you have flat panels like me, then things are relatively easy. I just got some 1/4 inch thick veneered maple sheet material, ripped up some strips to fit what the height was, and then cut them to the proper width. A quick side note, make sure to orient your grain direction the correct way when cutting, such as horizontal or vertical grain. This will depend on your drawers. Of course, at this point, you should definitely test things out and try fit them. And what you'll notice is the router bit left a bit of rounded corners, and that's fine. With all my panels cut out and cut to size, I'm on the upswing. But before you glue these panels in place, it's important to do the next couple of steps first, because this will make things so much easier. First, sand the panels to the appropriate sanding grit, probably 180 depending on your wood, and then stain and seal the face of them. My drawers are stained with a spray stain rather than a wipe on stain, but it doesn't matter. Just stain the back part of the panel on 2 pieces. They both are the same. One's going to get a clear coat to make sure that it matches my drawer color. You can adjust it, so experiment with the back first and then do the front side. If you don't pre-stain things, then you're going to have to do a whole lot of masking off to prevent staining the already stained frames. This just takes way too long and sometimes can be a little risky on the face in case something bleeds through. With the panels stained, sealed, and dry, now you can glue them in. I use Titebond Speed Set wood glue with a thin line around the perimeter of the frame. Don't get too carried away with your glue because you really don't want to have lots of glue squeeze out to clean up. Just use some F-clamps to clamp things in place. Just be careful not to get too carried away with how tight you clamp things. You want it snug but not so tight you're going to break things. The Speed Set glue is awesome stuff as it only needs 15 minutes of clamp time, which is perfect because it's kept things moving along nicely. I just made sure to flip the drawer over after clamping and clean up any glue squeeze out while it's still gummy and pliable, not hard and dry. With these things on the clamps, I cut some smaller 1/4 inch thick strips that I glued in the middle of the panel to get things close to flush with the back of the drawer. This is fairly important in this case as I didn't want to risk tightening a handle too much and have the panel just pull or break off. Nearly there. I didn't stain the back of my panels earlier, but with things glued in, I quickly masked off the back of the frame and gave things a quick stain and seal coat. Although in theory things shouldn't be seen on the back, it still doesn't hurt to get some color on things. I also gave the panel a quick sand on the sealer coat and the final coat all together as one piece. It just does a better job this way. Only thing left now is to get these back on site, reinstall things with the correct handle holes this time because these fronts were already installed in the correct spot. It should just be a simple matter of lining things up in the old screw holes and snagging things back up. However, I did end up moving my drawer boxes up by moving the drawer slides up one hole. By doing this, the drawer box completely covered the routed out section on the back of the drawer. Although, if you ever need to install top drawers where you can't clamp them with countertops in place, then you definitely need to check out another video of mine that will show you a handy little trick to do this. All in, I had these drawer panels cut out, new panels cut up, sanded, stained, glued, and final coated in a couple days, and installed in the day after that. So in less than a week, I fixed my mistake and kept things moving along, so I wasn't holding things up. The cleaners could come in, the general contractor could get paid, and in turn, I get paid. And the homeowners could move in without any hiccups. Everyone's happy. Whereas if I reorder the drawer fronts where I'm located, it's a 2 to 3 week turnaround time before I would get the fronts. Pack on a couple days for stain and lacquer, plus going to the site to finish and put these on after the fact. Not the worst, but not the best. And yes, in the end, everyone was happy with how things looked. I didn't try pulling one over on the homeowner as I was up front that I made a whoops and modified them to fix it. They were absolutely impressed and couldn't believe that there was no sign of a mistake. And if you thought this was a cool idea or this helped you out, consider liking and subscribing to the channel. That would be great. Thanks for watching.